Hello and welcome to another episode of the Toronto Dog Whisperer. So today, just want to give you a quick video on Bentley, a little bit of an update, and I want to show you a couple things when it comes to the feeding ritual. And the reason why I am shooting this video is because a lot of Bentley's anxiety has dissipated and is pretty much on the downward spiral, but the one area where he gets really anxious and has a bit of a panic attack is around feeding time, which is really strange. So whenever I am working with a new dog, there's always a bit of detective work. I don't always know exactly what's going on and what's causing their issues. So there's a lot of trial and error, and when you're going through and figuring out what's wrong with them and what are the symptoms and what are the actual problems, you need to do some investigation. So in Bentley's case, at some point in his life, he was made to perform for his food. And what I mean by performing is completing certain acts. So he used to stand up on his hind legs and kind of like beg, and he doesn't do that anymore, but he still does that. And now he goes through the sequence of positions while he's anxious and whining, hoping that one of them is going to get him his food. And the problem with making your dog perform certain acts like that are unnatural, it can lead to problems like this, where he actually has anxiety about his food. Now, it's normal for dogs to get excited around feeding time. Feeding time is a ritual that's very primal for dogs. You can see, here's my guy. Nice and calm. He's almost asleep. He doesn't care. He knows the drill. There's Kenzie. Kenzie is very food motivated. Hey, babe. She gets really excited, but they know to be patient. So you can see she's totally relaxed. She knows she's gonna get fed, but she's not getting too excited about it. So in Bentley's case, it's really bad, and sometimes the sound of the food. I just have my hand in the bag right now. Gets him anxious, and I've been working with him for the last 20 minutes, half hour, just getting him to calm down. And that's the way you want to feed your dogs. You don't want to get them to do tricks for you, or twirl around and do funny things that amuse you as a person. It's a serious thing to a dog. So what you want to do is you want to get them calm, and when they're calm, you can feed them, and that's a really positive thing for them, and it's a positive thing for you as well. There's the anxiety. You can hear it. It's just that faint whine. So how do you get over something like this? Well, unfortunately, it's really just a patience game. So it's a matter of being disciplined enough not to feed him while he's anxious and whining. What the temptation is for people is, because whining is such an uncomfortable sound, you just want to do whatever it takes to make that sound go away. But unfortunately, if you feed them while they're whining and while they're anxious, you are telling them that it's a good thing to be anxious, and you're encouraging, you're nurturing that state of mind. So I'm going to show you his food setup. So first thing I did is I'm using an ultimate frisbee for this particular exercise, just because it spreads out the food quite a bit, and he has this habit of completely inhaling his kibble, and I mean, he doesn't chew any of it. So what I did is use an ultimate frisbee. I wetted a towel so there's a bit of traction, then I just put a plate in the middle, and what he's going to do is eat around this and push the plate and get at the kibble, and it's just going to slow him down, and that's going to help him calm down when he eats. So I'm going to present the food to him, and I just want him to be calm. Now keep in mind, I've been working on this particular activity for 20 minutes already to get him to this point. You can see he's alert, but he's not eating. What I really want is, yeah, you hear that whining? It's just really faint, but it's there. So what I really want is just for him to be nice and calm. And the first time you do something, it always takes longest. Alright, so just because I present the food doesn't mean I'm going to give it to him. There it is, he's starting to calm down. See how that ear went back? Yeah, he's just figuring it out. So what dogs do is they go through a number of things, including, you know, this is what I normally do, and he's trying to figure out what it is that I want so that he can get fed. But what I want is just for him to be calm. And what he's going to experience is that when he eats, he's going to be much calmer. There you go. Looking at me right now, which is good. So he's starting to relax. See how those ears go back? When those ears go back, it's a sign that they're just starting to relax. When they're forward, it means they're alert and excited. I don't mind if he's excited, I just don't want him to be anxious. Now, somebody might say to me, okay, well, I don't have hour to feed my dog in the morning. Okay, I get that. So what you do is in the evening, when you do have time, you can do it with a few kibbles, and I'll show you here. Okay, so you can see I just have one kibble in my hand, and as long as this takes, I'm gonna stick with him. So I'm not gonna let him just take it. I want him just to calm down. That's good. It's much better. So Rome wasn't built in a day, and this is something that I've been practicing with him twice a day, every single time I feed him. So I hope you guys got some tips out of that, and you know, I'm gonna continue to wait for this guy to calm down before I feed him. I just wanted to show you this type of technique, and if you do feed your dog while they're excited or while they're anxious, it's a really bad thing, so I would strongly recommend just getting them to calm down, and the quicker they calm down, the quicker they get fed, and then you help them to understand that food means affection and love, but it also means you know, a calm state of mind, that he's starting to calm down. Okay guys, till next time. Bentley, what do we say? If you love your dog, no, don't whine. If you love your dog, take them for a walk.